everyone. This is Tania Gabrielle, Wealth Astro-Numerologist. Welcome to Star Codes. This is the Astro-Numerology forecast where we look at the stars and numbers, a particular event coming up in the future. And this forecast is for all signs. Now, we are going to look at one of the major highlights of 2024, and that is the Sagittarius full moon on May 23rd. What makes this full moon so exciting are several things. First of all, Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, and Jupiter is a greater benefic, just like Venus. So it's a very optimistic, expansive, positive, joyful, grateful energy. And Jupiter had a major conjunction, which is a 14-year event, just last month on April 21st with Uranus. Uranus rules the Aquarian age that we're moving into. So Jupiter and Uranus are literally putting our focus on freedom and extricating ourselves from those parts of our life that do not bring us joy and focus on what liberates us in a major way. So there's a lot of breakthrough energy. And so that event was just literally a month prior to this full moon in Sagittarius with Jupiter rules. But what makes the full moon even more exciting is that Jupiter is conjunct to Venus literally on the day of the full moon at 29 degrees Taurus, which is Venus's home sign. You couldn't even make this up. This is so powerful, fortunate energy. Venus and Jupiter are both the greater benefics. So here we are celebrating joy and pleasure. We're literally celebrating. That's one of the key words here. And being in the final degree of any sign activates the planets even more, because 29 degrees is a critical degree. It literally is the segue to the next sign. So 29 degrees Taurus for this conjunction of Jupiter and Venus is amazing. But what makes it even more amazing is that they are very close to the sun at 2 degrees Gemini. They're just about 3 degrees apart. And that means we have a stellium of Jupiter, Venus, and Sun, which again, the Sun is our luminary, our light body, the bringer of life, vitality, the shining of our light. So even more to celebrate. And of course, the three of them are opposite the moon in Sagittarius, which makes it a Sagittarius full moon. Uranus is also still in Taurus, so Uranus plays a role as well, being very close to Jupiter and Venus. And so all of these bring a lot of excitement. This is pretty fast-paced energy. You know, Mercury has been direct since the end of April, so we're really moving into Gemini now, because on the next day we have Venus moving into Gemini, and shortly, a couple days later, Jupiter on the 25th of May moves into Gemini. And like I said, Mercury is direct. The ruler of Gemini is Mercury. So this is going to be energy that will really propel you forward. So let's look at the time of the full moon. It happens on May 23rd at 2:53 p.m. Universal Time, which is 9:53 a.m. Eastern New York and 6:53 a.m. Pacific Time. And the 23rd of May, so the number 23 in numerology is the strongest number. It's called the Royal Star of the Lion. And Jupiter is the largest planet. Jupiter, the ruler of this full moon and really the planet of this current time that we're living in. Jupiter is also really the king of planets, in a sense, being the largest planet. And so we have here a really expansive, big, courageous energy as well. Now, I told you about Jupiter conjunct Venus being exact during the full moon, but we also have another exciting sextile between Jupiter and Neptune. They are exactly sextile. Neptune's at 29 degrees Pisces, its own sign. Remember, Venus is in its own sign of Taurus. Neptune has been in Pisces for a long time, but Neptune is now at 29 degrees and creating this double sextile to Venus and Jupiter at 29 degrees Taurus. 29 is an 11. 29 is a critical degree, the final degree. It really makes it big. Neptune is compassion, unconditional love, everyone. We are all one energy, very similar to Jupiter. In fact, Jupiter is the original ruler of Pisces before Neptune was discovered. So really they're co-rulers of Pisces. So we have this big watery energy as well. We are all one. We are in this together energy. And the feeling of love courses through this full moon, since Jupiter represents the love that we have for others, and Neptune is unconditional love, the love we have for everyone. So, and the sun and moon are at 2 degrees, and 2 degrees is 2 people, right? It's you and me. It represents connection, communication, intimacy. And then 29 degrees reduces to 11, the master number, and 11 reduces to 2. So there's a lot of number 2 and 11 energy, which is very much about connecting, communicating with others, being open to listen, being open to feel, being kind. So we feel courageous, expansive, and at the same time, we are sensitive to others. We are feeling the heart pulsing in others. We are connecting heart to heart. And the 11 gives us the intuition and inspiration to tune in, to intuitively gauge any situation or any person that we are connecting with. And of course, with Sagittarius, the actual sign of the full moon, we have a lot of spiritual growth to begin with. Jupiter and Sagittarius represent hope and faith and a sense of growth that is not only material, though it can represent abundance, of course, as well, also spiritual. It can be professional. It can be relationship growth. It can be growth about healing. So there is a lot of passion about life, and also finalizing a course of study. If you're studying something, Jupiter and Sagittarius govern higher learning, higher education, educating yourself about a new modality, for example. And then having a good view, an overall view of the big picture in your life, that gives you hope, and it also enlightens you about what to do next. So you get these nuggets of wisdom with Sagittarius that not only broaden and enlighten you, but also lighten you up, because you see the big view and you can really hone in on the overall perspective of where your life is heading. So wisdom, gratitude play big roles, and the quest for truth is also really big with Sagittarius. So seeking the underlying cause in a way that brings justice, or in a way that allows you to feel truly connected to the essence. And that gives you hope, because you are uncovering something that feels like a universal truth. And the truth shall set you free. And that is the motto of our 21st century. 21 in the ancient Egyptian numerology means the truth shall set you free. So this Sagittarian major event is helping the truth to come out. And this can be personal to you. It can be collective for everyone to see. The optimism and faith is through the roof right now. You have greater peace of mind as a result. Taurus adds to that with that Jupiter-Venus conjunction of the two great benefics in Taurus, Venus' sign. The peace of mind, the connection to nature is very, very important. Since Taurus is an earth sign, there's been a lot of Taurian energy, and it's bringing us really back to the ground that we stand on, that we thrive, that we receive our food from, right? That is a very basic connection that we have as human beings. And actively seeking solutions is part of this equation as well. So when we add Sagittarius, Sagittarius likes to learn, governing higher learning. So it likes to go and hone in on, well, what's going to work? How can we solve this issue, rather than pointing it out or criticizing or feeling overwhelmed by it? how can we actually move forward? So it's catapulting you forward. Again, the Aquarian connection is really big, and Aquarius is about the future. It governs technology, the future, breakthroughs, inspiration, astrology, numerology, and invention, and thinking outside the box. So the success comes as you are very open to new possibilities. Another part of Sagittarius, aside from wisdom and hope and faith, is religion. So philosophy and looking at things in terms of allowing everything to coexist as one. Remember, Neptune plays a big role as well, creating that sextile to Jupiter and Venus. Neptune is about unconditional love. So allowing the expression of religion, the expression of a certain philosophical direction to be heard, and to embrace and communicate and listen to each other when we have a certain point of view, because we all come from a certain background that has informed our way of seeing the world, and we're all opening up to new perspectives and embracing that there are many, many different multitudinous of ways to see the world. And so that is a big theme of this Sagittarius full moon too, that we accept each other. And that acceptance is wisdom. As we accept that everyone has their own journey and we have no right to criticize that journey, we grow a lot wiser, because then we start listening and observing and being open. So if Sagittarius is anything, it is that beautiful faith in humanity and the joy of acceptance and the gratitude for what shows up, no matter what it is. That's another beautiful, wise part of this sign. So aside from all those amazing conjunctions and the sextile and trine from the moon and sun to Neptune, we also have Mars conjunct Chiron. This is in Aries. This is a new form of healing, having the courage to move forward with a health regimen or to address any kind of therapeutic way that will elevate you. Your energy and libido are really activated with Mars, so you have the will and the courage and the energy to accomplish anything, and it is in the name of love with Chiron. So you have the capacity to direct energy with a lot of conviction, a lot of purpose and confidence, and it really makes you the sacred warrior. That energy is becoming conscious in you, that you have this fearless sense of whatever gets ignited within you through that Mars energy is actually healing. That's Chiron. So the sacred healer is truly trusting in the benevolence of the universe, and all you need to do is step up, which is another message in general for Sagittarius as well. So trust in the goodness of life. We have the two great benefics merging together at the final degree in Taurus, Venus and Jupiter, and being in the flow and trusting that there is a flow and a divine purpose to everything that occurs is really the key to living a life of joy. So there is a divine intelligence. You have a natural intelligence of the heart, and this brings the benevolence that you feel towards life and people in general. And when the benefics bring that benevolence, we feel blessed. And when we feel blessed, we appreciate life. We appreciate everyone. And we see that God, that source, that the divine is available to everyone. And that all we must do is embody love and joy and peace. And that embodiment is the literal expression of source that then ignites those same frequencies in others, heart to heart. Coming back to the number 2 and the number 11, that connection is absolutely vital. So to elevate you even more, bring you even more joy, I have a free masterclass, How to Master Your Stars. You can watch it, get instant access at spiritualmasteryclass.com. It's really fun. It helps you just look at your own sun, your own moon, and your own cycles and the profound impact of your stars. And it gives you tools to spiritual mastery and how to instantly connect with spirit, which is all about the inspiration that this Sagittarius full moon represents and symbolizes. So enjoy that free masterclass. Have fun with it at spiritualmasteryclass.com. And I wish you the most beautiful Sagittarius full moon, Jupiter-Venus conjunction. It's a great time. Enjoy it. And the number 23, remember, Royal Star of the Lion. This is about courage and confidence. So have a beautiful, beautiful full moon, a beautiful second half of May. And I'll see you next week for our Star Codes forecast. Lots of love.